Here, your head trader at True Trading Group. It's June 24th, and a 116% option trade takes me from red to green on the day. I started the day off red, one regular size loss, another a small loss, and then a monster slam dunk home run on a SPY put option trade from $2.77 a contract to a final take profit of $6 a contract. And that trade well more than puts me not only just making back what I lost in the morning, but pushing me way far into the green to give a 5-figure day. Now, guys, what I'm going to discuss with you on this video, I'm going to recap all of my trades. The two losers, we're going to cover those first. Then we're going to talk about the home run SPY option trade. What I want to point out to you and specifically discuss in this trade is the importance of sticking to your stop losses and managing all of your losing trades, because all it takes is one big win like that to cover those losses. You cannot allow yourself to have your losing trades just wipe you out. Your losing trades must be kept under control. It is always more important. Remember this saying, write it down. Successful traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong, while struggling traders are obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. That is a huge difference in the mindset of a successful trader versus a struggling trader. And I want you to remember that mentality and that mindset. Okay. It's so important for you to keep your losing trades under control, not allow them to get away from you. When you have your stop losses, stick to them, stop out of them, manage your risk, control your downside, because all it takes is one good trade and it brings you right back. Okay. This was a home run trade. Okay. 116% gain on my final take profit. That's a monster trade. So, yes, that was able to make back what I had lost and then push me well into the green on the day. Had 100 contracts from the 277 up to $6. Okay. And it was a good trade. It was a really good trade. So first, let's go over the losers, and I'm going to show you guys how you stick to those stop losses and keep those losses under control. Quick update on NKLA. NKLA, if you guys been watching my channel, you know that 2 days ago I entered a swing trade at 68.85 2 days ago. Okay, I sold 25% of my position at 73.31 yesterday, and I'm still in the bulk of this position from 68.85. I'm still long 75% of my position, looking for a move up into the mid 80s sometime, possibly even this week. I plan on holding this position for maybe another 1 or 2 weeks. We had an excellent pullback and test and successful test of this trade line here today. You guys can see this trade line has been tremendous support this entire time, and we pulled back and tested that area. You guys can see this has been support forever. Okay, look at this. It's just not insane. Okay, and we pulled back today, tested it, held on a day when the overall markets got completely crushed. I mean, we were down like 800, 900 points at the low. I think it was 900 points at the low. We bounced back a little bit before the close, but we were able to put that tail in. So I still like this NKLA to give us potentially a short squeeze. We'll see what happens there. But what I did today, I took a day trade on this stock. I took a day trade on it here today. Okay. Now, this is in addition to the swing trade that I've got from 68.85. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Whew. Sorry about that. Okay. So as I move back, I want to show you guys this 73.50 area. See this area that was your previous pivot resistance. It then was the prior high of the day yesterday. And we had a little gap down today. And I said, if this area holds, we could get a continuation, get a nice little move. And right there, you can see we pulled in, we held that area. So I said, you know what? I'm taking this first for a day trade. And I got long right there. I'm going to take you guys to my trade announcements on the day. Again, I'm starting with the losing trades. Okay, you guys can see here I'm long 73.99. Okay, 73.99. There's my entry. We immediately rocketed right through the high of the day. This happened so fast. Okay, I wasn't even able to sell anything up there. And then all of a sudden, you saw one particular trader come in with 4 different orders for about 15,000 shares. So you had somebody sold 15,000 shares, got filled, 15,000 shares got filled, 15,000 shares got filled, 15,000 shares got filled. And that pressure just really, really started to put pressure on NKLA. And at the time, the market was really selling off. Okay, the SPY was doing this. All right, so I'm saying to myself, I'm like, you know what? I see this large seller in NKLA. We put in this nasty reversal shooting star tail. And as soon as he broke down below the low of the day here, I exited this position at 72.21. Okay, so this was a full size loss, 73.99 to 72.21. This was a full size loss. Okay, so again, there's the entry, there's the stop loss. Okay, but again, I'm sticking to my stop loss. I didn't stop out all the way down here. I'm sticking to my stop loss. I said, okay, that 72.50 area, and I stopped out right beneath it. Okay, right beneath it. So sticking to my stop losses. That's the key that I want you guys to take away from my losing trades today. Then we had INO, and this was a phenomenal setup in INO, and I got shaken out of it. I think it really, again, the overall markets were really selling off at this point. I saw a lot of stocks that pierced through support levels during that sell off and then went on to recover and eventually make decent moves. And INO was one of them. I was so frustrated that I got stopped out of INO. This was such a fantastic setup. You guys will see yesterday's high lined up with the initial morning high. And then when I draw out my Fibonacci retracement levels, you have the initial morning high lines up with yesterday's high, lines up with the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, lines up with VWAP and the trade line. I loved this pullback to get long, and I got long right there in INO. You guys see here, long at 22.87. And I stopped out right there. Okay, I stopped out right there. Now, we broke below the level that I was looking for. Okay, you can see here 22.40. This was a small loss. Okay, this really wasn't that big of a loss. But the entire market is selling off at this point. And we pulled, look where we pulled all the way back down to. We went all the way down to 21.50. So even if I don't stop out here, you bet your ass I'm stopping out here. And then the stock just reversed. Then the stock reversed, ended up taking everything, taking it all back, and would have ended up being a really, really good trade. But that was just too big of a pullback. There's no way I could have held on for that entire pullback. So it shook me out. Okay, but again, sticking to my stop losses, keeping those losses under control, because that allows me to come all the way back with one trade on SPY put options. So as we fast forward, as I zoom in here, okay, we were very, very weak today. We gapped down and we sold off aggressively. We went from 310.50 right down to 307 without any bounce attempt whatsoever. That is a 3.5 point drop with no bounce attempt whatsoever. Look at the volume on that sell off. You see how nice, strong, and steady and consistent that volume was? That was an indication to me that we are weak today. We are weak. So I went ahead and I said, okay, we're going to find support around this 307. Why 307? As I pan this back out, you guys can see, look at this prior support, 307 to 306.50. Here it is. Here is your previous support level. Okay. And we sold off in the morning right down perfectly to that level. So I said, okay, I'm going to look for the first bounce attempt off that area, and I'm going to look to get short. Our first bounce attempt was right into the 23.6 fib level and the trade line. And I went ahead and I bought put options right there. I took you guys to my announcements. You guys can see here, I bought the SPY 307 strike, 626 put option at $2.77. My stop loss is if the SPY gets back over 308.80. Okay. So if the SPY had gotten back over VWAP, I would have exited this position. Okay. I would have exited this position. So there's the entry right there, 23.6 fib line and trade line. My stop loss, VWAP. You can see we pull up here, fail at VWAP just like we should. Bang, we get that nice pullback right at that low of the day. I take 25% of my position off the table right here at $3.20. Then we extend lower, new lows. Right here, I take the bulk of my position off the table, $4.17. And then my final take profit as we drop down right there, my final take profit back to the alerts, $6 a contract from the $2.77 entry. That I believe is 116% gain on my final take profit. So again, there's the entry, first take, second take, final take, and that was an absolute home run of a trade. And this is why it is so important for you to be so concerned with how much you're going to lose if you're wrong. You have to control your downside. You have to manage your risk. Keep your losing trades under control so that when you hit that big win, you can make back everything that you lost and then some and bring you into the profits, because that's what I was able to do with this SPY put option trade. This was a home run trade. Okay. So again, guys, lesson here, not only the technical aspect of the trade setup with the SPY, but really the importance of controlling risk and keeping those losses small and under control so that you're not always fighting your way back out of the hole, but rather one one good trade can bring you back even, or in this case, well into the green if it's a home run trade. Okay. But if your losses get out of hand and they get away from you and you start losing a lot more than you anticipated, it's going to be very difficult for you to do what I did today. All right. So that's what I really want you guys to take away from this video. If you have not done so already, like this video for me, guys. Show me how much you appreciate these lessons. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you don't miss out on any more of these videos. Guys, click on the link in the description below. The 34% discount on our 1 year membership is ending in 6 days. June 30th at midnight, prices are going up for TTG. Click on the link in the description below, use coupon code TTG620, get a 34% discount, and join the TTG fam. All right, that's it, guys. I will see you all in chat tomorrow. Later.